Future Doc here to the podcast listeners. This podcast was 3 hours long. I cut the last 2 hours off, which cut the last segment, which was already stupidly long. It cut it quite a bit. That's just because the last 2 hours got into some really personal stuff, and it just kind of happened, and it also kind of got repetitive, and so I just lobbed it off. Plus, these podcasts don't need to be 3 hours long. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy the 1 hour podcast. Hello there, Dr. Sheep here. Welcome back to podcast. Welcome back to TGIF Talks, episode 123. I'm your host, Dr. Sheep, joined by my co-host, Anonymous Phil. He's eating dinner at the moment. Did I have an intro ready? Oh boy. Oh boy, folks. No, I did not. Okay, let's roll the intro. Sorry, Phil, you can't see it. So, how are you?
All right.
You're all right. Have you done anything since yesterday evening?
What do you mean?
I don't know, anything interesting. Wait, weren't you gonna do something last night after here when you went to your parents, or am I thinking of a different weekend?
No.
Okay, must have been a different weekend then. How is your Lent thing going? How much YouTube did you watch yesterday?
None.
Besides the one video I showed you?
None.
Besides the one video I showed you?
None.
What do you mean none?
I didn't watch any.
Besides the one video that I showed you?
Yes, besides the one, I didn't watch any.
Okay, you just kept saying none, and I'm like, no, you did watch one. Oh, wow. So you're not even...
You said besides that.
So are you not taking Sundays off this year like you have in the past?
No, I just didn't have time.
Fair enough. Oh, my God. I have to change my calendar Wednesday. Ooh. But,
No, because you were saying besides that one, I watched none.
Ah. Okay.
That's what I was answering your question.
Fair enough. Man, what? So, why? My brain's breaking, so... Oh my God, work was atrocious today. It felt like non-stop customers, just non-stop. Oh my gosh. I couldn't get anything done. I have things to do and felt like I couldn't get anything done. Man. I'm just looking at our videos, and the Mr. Beast video I think has finally pooped out at 29 views. Which puts it as the third most popular video. Actually, it's tied for first for our most popular video on the new podcast channel. In 4 days it did that. Isn't that kind of... That's the other ones that took them... Well, it's taken them the past months or so to do that, so... That's cool. That we have a video that did well for once. Kind of. But the podcast channel's up to 3 subscribers. so insignificant, but it's stuck at 1 forever. It technically should have like 7 or so. Not 7. It should have 6. Because I'm subscribed to it with all my other channels, but like those haven't shown up. The only one that shows up is the Dr. Sheep one. But the gaming channel, the travel vlogs channel, none of that shows up. And I don't know why. It's very frustrating. But, man. You know, it's crazy. We are going to be going out to see the cranes in a few weeks.
Yeah, it's coming up.
Coming up, it is. Finally, another vlog for the vlog channel. Oh, man, I need to get my, I have too many things to do. I need to get my field guide ready. My Nebraska license plate field guide ready. But
No idea what you're talking about.
you know, I was gonna put it was gonna have like all the license plate numbers in accordance with counties.
You can find that online.
Well, yeah, but like if you're driving or if we're out by Mullen or something, it'd be best just to, you know, have it right there. Then you don't have to have your phone out on that all the time. Or if there's no service.
Oh.
I just feel like a physical guide is quicker to reference than
Memory is quicker to reference. Just memorize them all.
I don't want to. Yeah, but I don't want to memorize them. Plus, I don't know exactly where every county is, and trying to memorize that would.
Well, I meant just memorize the number to the county.
Well, yeah, but I also want to know where the county is.
Oh.
Then I also want to know the seat, and I don't. That's 93. That's several hundred pieces of information I'm gonna have to memorize. Not to mention memorizing where counties is. That's an image processing thing. I don't even know how to memorize that kind of stuff. Like the states, I've just done it over the past 10 years of my life.
Well, I mean, even the countries, like, I bet I could give you a random country that you may or may not have heard of, and you could probably give me a general guess of, oh, that sounds like an African country or a Middle Eastern country or whatnot.
Yeah, but it's not as, but Nebraska counties it's not as, I don't know. I want to know specifically where, like, what's it border, you know, how far away is it, that kind of stuff. What's the county? Of course, that'd be a part of the memorizing. Not to mention I have to memorize all the counties.
Well, yeah.
I don't want to do that. So, you know, there's that. I'd much rather just make a little field guide, and then, you know, we can just, you can have one, Kyle can have one, I'll have one. Keep one in your car, Kyle keep one in his car, I'll have mine in my car. And you know what's... So... But it's just... I gotta do that. I'm 1,200 words behind for writing for today.
How'd you fall behind?
I didn't write at all last week, and then this weekend I was super unmotivated.
You didn't write last week?
Nope. I would tell myself I'm gonna write, and then I'd sit on the couch all night.
Why?
It takes motivation and inspiration.
So you lost motivation.
Yes.
Why?
Well, it's not that I've lost motivation to do
Well,
it.
if you had the motivation, you would have done it.
I don't have the motivation in that moment. My motivation is momentary. It's not. I'm not.
So how'd you lose motivation for that day?
I get tired. Like today. Like I have motivation today, surprisingly, but work has just beat me down today, and it's like, And you know, I was actually gonna write a bunch of it. Well, usually my weeks that I have half days, I get a lot of work done. But last week, my half day was in the morning, so that threw me off. And 2, I had to edit that video. And that, working with my video editing software and stuff, just beat me down. I was worn out. And so when it was time to actually go and edit a video, go and write, I was just like, not tonight. Not tonight. And then this week, oh my God, I don't even have time. Like, tomorrow I have the meeting. I have to get gas, which is why I don't want to pick you up, because I have to go to 84th afterwards. I have to get gas. I have to probably go to Walmart again. I called you twice, and that second time I called you, I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna be a little late. I'm going to Walmart."
Mm-hmm.
And I went to Walmart, and they still didn't have. They had one box of the granola bars in the end, which is enough to get me through the week. So I probably don't need to go to Walmart tomorrow, but it's enough to get me through the week. But it's just like, Walmart, why? Why can't we just have things stocked? I was able to get my bread, and I got dinner for tonight. Actually, we'll get to that, but it gave me a video idea.
What did?
My dinner.
Oh.
But we'll get to that. So today has just been very exhausting. It's just, the morning was nonstop, and then the afternoon was just even worse. The poor full timer at other Reginald. We'll call him Reginald. That's what we call him at work sometimes. Reginald, the other full timer. He didn't get to lunch till 1. He's supposed to go to lunch at noon. So the boss took off on time for her lunch, but that was just 50. She was like, "Oh, they'll be fine for 15 minutes." That was one of the worst 15 minutes. It was a bit longer than that because people had to get back into their stations or whatever, and it was a horrible 15 minutes. Horrendous. So I left for lunch really late, but what are you gonna do?
Nothing.
Exactly. It is what it is at this point. But okay. All right. So I suppose we can move on to a new subject. Now we're done with talking about our weeks. Oh my god, it only took 11 minutes. But let's talk about YouTube for a moment. So I was looking at the channel today, or the past few days, and I've noticed we're at 806 videos published. And we have 580 subscribers. And because of how very few videos we upload to the main channel now, we can be on track to finally having more subscribers than videos. Like every other YouTuber. Because we only post once a month. And we gain about 8 to 9 subscribers per month. So, which also means, guys, get subscribing so that we can do the stream in a few months or possibly sooner. I've actually been missing streaming. I want to get back into it. I just haven't. I haven't had time. Between just having no motivation and wanting to, because here's the thing, right? When I'm behind, I kind of oh boy, okay, we're getting this is off subject, all right. But back to YouTube. Let me go grab this video inspiration, and then we'll talk about writing, I guess. BRB. Keep them entertained. So talk about something, please. This. See what are you looking at your phone or no?
No, I couldn't be.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't really help. It just looks like a red blob.
Give me a sec. All right.
You see this red blob?
Mm-hmm.
You know what this is?
Piece of candy.
No.
Piece of plastic.
It is probably a petroleum product, but not plastic.
No idea.
So you know Baby Bell cheese, the ones that, the little wheels?
No?
This is the wax from around them. And I had the stupid idea, to turn this into a candle. Mm-hmm. Issue is, and this kind of be the beginning of the video, where it's I'll talk about my obsession with cheese and Baby Bell cheese, how it's really good, but it's super expensive. And so I want to figure out, because like they sell other cheeses with wax on them. I just have to find them. I think I'll have to go to Hy-Vee to get those. You guys had cheeses at
What?
Hy-Vee with wax on them, right?
Wax?
Yeah, wax.
What do you mean wax?
What do you mean? You never had cheese with wax on it?
I don't know what that means.
So they encase the cheese in wax. And then you cut the wax open, and there's the cheese.
No idea.
You know
I
what
would
I'm...
need if you gave me a brand name, I could tell you if I've seen it, if I've heard of it.
Baby Bell.
Well, yeah, we have Baby Bell, but you were talking about other brands.
Oh, I don't know of other brands. I know they sell, other cheese companies do it. Because my dad had a wheel of it way, way, way back when I was like 3rd or 4th grade. Because I remember I remember I got introduced to Baby Bell cheese in 2nd grade. Story time. Oh, good. My TikTok link showed up. Anyways, I got introduced to Baby Bell from... He wasn't a foreign exchange student, but he was a student from Spain. And he spent like a year or two with our class, or maybe a bit more than that. And his mom was super enthusiastic about getting involved with the class. And well, so like when they moved in and he started our class, she gave us a whole thing talking about Spanish and talking about Spain.
Mm-hmm.
And they talked about this is where I learned that in Spanish words had genders, but that went over my head as a 2nd grader. I had no idea what that meant. Mm-hmm. Anyways, well, she one day for a party or just randomly brought us treats, and because they're rich as sin. His dad is like a doctor, I think, and they're rich as sin. Anyways, or maybe he was a computer programmer, one of the two. They're rich as sin, and she brought Baby Bell cheese for all of us. And I was introduced to Baby Bell cheese. And at the time, I did like it. It was all right. But I remember taking it and like making like a little stick of dynamite with it. And then my dad, and then I had my parents buy some more one night at Walmart, and dad took it and was like, "Look, actually, I didn't turn the dynamite. He did. He's like, look, you can make little sticks of dynamite with it." I'm like, whoa, that was the coolest thing. And so then like a guy at work got him some cheese. It was Colby cheese, if I'm not mistaken. And the other part of Colby Jack cheese, the orange part. It's not a very popular cheese. It's not even that good, to be honest.
It's Colby and Monterey Jack.
Yeah.
The white part is Monterey Jack. The yellow part is Colby.
Yeah.
And actually, it's just all with flavor enhancer or just artificial flavors, because cheese is naturally white. Cheese does not come out of a cow yellow.
Well, yes. That's where, cheddar is... The flavoring of cheddar is... Actually, cheddar gets its flavor
It's all artificial.
Well, artificial to cheddar isn't. Cheddar is artificial, yes, but also it's like... It's from bacteria, I thought. I thought cheddar got its flavor and color from bacteria, but maybe I'm wrong. Anyways...
The flavor, maybe. I don't know about the color. I was told all the color comes from artificial flavoring or coloring.
Well, anyways, so the cheeses separate are kind of trash. Like Monterey Jack is like It's a hard cheese. It's not very good. Colby's the better of the two, but like it's kind of like a poor man's cheddar. It's a medium hardness cheese. I think most of the cheeses we eat are medium. I don't we actually unless you eat something like cream cheese, none of it's you don't eat a soft cheese very often. Oh, unless you have a brie. But are you eating a lot of brie?
Me?
Yes, you.
No.
I didn't think so. See, yeah, nobody eats a soft cheese. And hard cheeses, I think Monterey Jack's pretty close to a hard cheese, but I can't be certain. Anyways, so he brings home a wheel of Colby cheese, and so he takes it at the end and makes a big stick of dynamite. This is like 3 of the Baby Bells stuck together, and so I thought, well, this is just wax, right? So I'm like, what can we do with wax? So I want to make a little seal and like seal an envelope. That'd be kind of fun. And then also a candle. I want to turn the wax into a candle. I have a very bad feeling about it. It's going to smell so bad. But I'm curious.
So you're going to buy Baby Bell for this, or are you going to buy another brand? Because I don't know of any other brand.
So that's what I need to do. I need to go cheese buying. And I need to figure out what's the cheapest cheese to do this. You know, I'll have to do some measurements. So what we'll do is we'll find the volume of the cheese, because I think they sell them by weight. So you'll find the volume of the cheese, and then we'll find the surface area of it, which will be a little difficult, but I think we can probably find a formula because it all come in wheels, and so.
What?
What do you mean what?
Oh, sorry. Go on. I'm just confused by what your process is. But go on. Maybe I'll understand.
Well, if we find the volume, we can find. Well, that doesn't help us to find the surface area. Anyways, we can find. We need to find the surface area because that tells us how much wax, like how much square inches of wax it has, and we can compare.
You have to bring a ruler.
Huh?
You have to bring a ruler.
Yeah, but we'll have to. But the issue is it has that curve because like cheese isn't. It's not. They don't come. They're not just a straight edge. They're a curve, and so I don't know if there's a way to calculate that. I have some ideas.
I mean, you could. I'm just saying approximate as square.
Actually, no, we don't. We just need to find the circumference. Oh my god, this is genius. Oh my god, I'm a freaking genius.
Or the diameter.
Huh?
Or the diameter of the wheel.
Okay, so what we need to do is let me find a piece of paper to write this on. So we have to break this down into several shapes. So it'll be 2 circles. And then what we'll do, so there'll be 2 circles to get the bottom and the top. And then to calculate the sides, we need to know the arc length of that semicircle that goes all, and then we just need the circumference that we can calculate, And then we can just turn it into a big a rectangle.
Wait. What does this shape look like?
So
you can buy brick cheese. That's what I'm thinking of, but I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
No, it needs to have the wax. Wax cheese only gets sold as wheels.
So it's a cylinder.
It's not a perfect cylinder though.
I don't know. I don't know what it looks like.
Sorry. Okay, so let me see if I can draw it. Well, if I was a better drawer. Here, I'll just look up a wheel of cheese. Wheel of cheese. Here we go. me share my screen with you so you can look at this cheese.
You have to give me a minute. I need to wash my hands before I grab my phone.
Oh. So, kids, if we take a look at this cheese while he's gone, we can see we have this compound curve here, right? And I guess if the wheel of cheese is big enough, we can probably just find it with like a...
Approximate as a cylinder.
No, 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 no. That's not as fun. Especially, like, depending on the curve. Like, this is a really extreme curve on this one.
As long as all the wheels are the same curve, you can approximate it as a cylinder.
Well, then Well, I just don't know, because we want to figure out what's going to give us the most wax. Yeah, let's see. Look at this cheese.
I don't know how to do that.
This cheese comes with a look. This cheese comes wrapped in wax. You see that? See how the black wax and then there's cheese on the inside?
Yeah, but how do you know if the thickness of the wax is the same in all cheese?
We gotta buy some cheese. But I think the math, if finding the surface area, I think finding the surface area alone should be sufficient enough to tell us how much wax there is. Theoretically. And basically we want to figure out which brand's going to give us the most wax. I probably only need to buy like 2 or 3 wheels of cheese.
Well, like I told you, the problem is that I don't know the thickness of the wax.
I don't think we'll need to know the thickness of the wax. I think the surface area alone will be sufficient enough for us to calculate what will give us the most wax for our butt.
I suppose.
And who knows, right?
I'm just saying the math is so much easier if you just approximate it as a cylinder.
Well, we'll see. We'll have the cheese with us.
What?
We'll see. We'll take all the measurements necessary. We'll figure it out. I wanted to do some complicated math just because I thought it'd be fun. Finding a curve. A compound curve.
I mean, math can be fun. It's just not in this aspect you're trying to do.
Whatever. Doesn't matter. I don't even know what would title this video. Cheese wax candle? Making a cheese wax candle? I don't know if that's clickbait enough. Turning cheese into a candle? Oh, there we go. Using cheese for candle making.
A video that no one will watch.
We don't know. You never know. Maybe there's everybody wants to learn how to make candles that week.
No, that's where you make the title.
A video no one will watch.
Mm-hmm.
See, but then people might not actually watch it. It also doesn't exactly tell people what the video is going to be about. So, like, I don't know. I had one of my podcasts got recommended to a guy with 0 views. And the guy comments like, why am I seeing this? And I'm like, I don't know, you clicked on it. He's like, yeah, but it got recommended to me as 0 views. I've never seen a video get recommended to me with 0 views. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, my guy. YouTube does strange things. So. It is what it is. So. Anyways. That's not my next video, but that's a video idea that I have. Cheese wax candle. I'll have to find candle wicks somewhere. And learn how to make a candle.
Walmart.
Well, I could go to Hobby Lobby. Dude, Hobby Lobby has so much stuff. Like, have you been on that one on O Street? News to segment time. Have you been to the Hobby Lobby on O Street?
Maybe. If I have, it was so long ago, I barely remember.
Same. I was in there looking for rocket igniters, and whoa. They have all kinds of stuff in there. For all kinds of videos.
Well, yeah, it's a hobby store.
Thanks. No, but they have all kinds of shit in there, and I'm like, whoa, this is cool. So, I was like, go walk around there and find video ideas.
Oh, what's the idea?
Fun. Yeah, so, could be fun. Could be fun. Okay, that was not a new segment. There was something else. Wasn't there something else I was going to say? I was going to talk about for the for the cheese wax? Crap. Oh, was it something about writing the book, maybe? I think it was something about the book. Possibly.
You just said you had no time.
Yeah. So, like, this week alone, like, tomorrow I have the meeting, and then Wednesday I have to coach, and then Thursday I'll have to edit this podcast. I won't have time till Friday, and that's if you don't come over. I said if I work on it Friday, that's if you don't come over and watch House. But if you come over and watch House, then
On Friday?
yes.
No, usually go over on Fridays. I guess I could.
Well, we usually don't because I have work the next day, but I don't have work this upcoming weekend, and so that's what I was trying to figure out if you were going to come over to watch House or not. If this was going to be one of the weekends where you watch what?
Depends if you're offering.
Well, that's the thing, right? I won't get any writing done. So, I don't care if you want to watch. If you want to make this
why do you have to be in the same room?
I guess
I watch House. You go right.
I guess I can do that.
We've already seen all the episodes like 8 times, so.
I suppose I can write and you can watch House. Suppose that's a possibility. Suppose I can do that. Man, but this book is interesting. I don't have time. So like I wanted to start exercising again. But with having to write, but when I get home, with having to write and then also like exercise and eat dinner and do all that stuff, there really isn't enough time to relax when I get home from work. And I'd rather come home from work and relax rather than, do more work. And everybody's like, well, why don't you work out in the mornings? Then I'd have to probably get up earlier, which means I have to cut more time off from my relaxation at night. And it's the same process, the same issue. And also, it's just like not every day of the week is the same, and not every day of the week do I have time. Luckily, though,
Hey, wait, let me ask you something. What time do you normally come home from work?
It varies. That's the other issue, right? Is like today I didn't get home till 6. But like I got home, but I went to Walmart, so it was 6:30.
Let's say 6:30. Okay, that is the absolute latest you come home. What time do you go to bed? Normally.
10.
Time. That's 3.5 hours. What do you do in 3.5 hours?
Three and
You
a
you
half
cook,
hours. If
right?
we're
So
if
in 3.5 hours, right? You make dinner. That should take no more than what, half hour? Then you eat. That's like what, another half hour? That's an hour. What do you do for the other 2.5 hours? Maybe get ready for bed. That's a half hour, maybe.
well, no, so
So you
no,
still are left with.
no, Phil. The issue is right. I want to relax, right? So we have 2.5 hours. If I were to then work out for an hour, I only have an hour and a half, and I still haven't written. And some nights it might take me an hour plus to write, the necessary number of words.
Are you on your bike for a full hour though? You told me
If
you just
I
bike
were
till
to
you hit
start
five
working
miles.
out, I would work out for an hour.
Oh,
That is my plan. I'm going to go walk, probably. I haven't kind of figured out what I want to do. Because the bike doesn't get my heart up high enough. I don't feel like I gain anything. So,
you could also start off small, 45 minutes or whatever, even 30 minutes. Just fit in 30 minutes, make it consistent, and then start adding more time.
right. But
The important thing
again,
is
I
just
have
being
no
consistent.
relaxation time, though.
I got a half hour. Like I told, hey,
That's not
and remember,
enough! Phil, that's not enough! When I come home, I'm tired. I just want to sit down and call it a day. But if I gotta freaking eat, if I gotta freaking. And then there are days that I have to edit a video. It's just like when I come, which takes like, a podcast takes the entire night. I
I
don't.
guess let's back up a bit. Why are you so tired when you come home?
Because it's 8 hours of dealing with people, and I hate it.
Yeah, but you never had that at Menards, or at
Yes,
least
I
I don't feel.
did!
Well, I feel like you never really expressed it like you
That's
did
because it was
until
10 o'clock
now.
at night. I got home, I ate, I went to bed.
No, all right. Well, I guess you've been there for over a year. I haven't really heard you complain until recently.
That's it's because of the book. If I wasn't writing the book, I wouldn't be bitching because I would have time. There would be time to relax and work out.
So
That's
then
the
finish
issue.
your book,
Huh?
or get finish your book, or get to a stopping point, and then work out.
No, I told you. I told
Well,
you. It literally takes me. It would some nights it might take me over an hour to write the 500 words.
what you're not listening to me though. I'm saying focus on your book now. As soon as the book is done, or at least until you feel like you've written enough, take a break from your book for a month and work out.
I don't know when that's gonna be. That
Well, give
I
yourself a
because the whole
deadline.
I want to get in shape before our trip in June,
Oh,
and I don't know
I
when
mean,
the
you're in
book's gonna
shape
be
enough.
done. It's a piece of art. It's a work in progress, always. Theoretically. So, I have no idea how long it's going to be. I have the foggiest idea. I have no idea how the stories, what speed the story is going to progress at this moment in time. Because I don't know what I'm doing. I just write. That's the issue. If I wasn't writing the book, I would have started working out a month ago, 2 months ago. But it's hard to work. It's hard to write a book, do YouTube, and relax. Because one night a week, this podcast this podcast consumes at least 2 nights a week.
My relaxation time is when I sleep. Why don't you do the same? Just make relaxation time when you go to bed.
My relaxation time is watching YouTube, watching Voodoo. That is my relaxation. Sleeping is sleeping. It's two different
What
things.
if you just didn't watch it like I do?
I'd have withdrawal symptoms. It'd be bad.
You get over it.
No, because
Actually,
I watch it when I'm
I
at
didn't even
work.
really have withdrawal symptoms this week.
Yes, but I also watch 4 times as much as you.
That is true. We have 3 monitors.
I literally watch way more content than you. I'm constantly, I would constantly be consuming content.
How many hours you watch a day?
I don't know. Because the issue is, if I'm not going to watch YouTube, I'm going to be on my phone looking at Instagram.
TikToks,
Instagram, not TikTok.
Reels,
Yes, Reels. Because I can't
Instagram's TikTok.
focus. Because I can't focus on anything.
That is an interesting point. I've always wondered the effects of TikTok or Reels or Shorts or whatever, if they harm your ability to focus for a your short term attention span.
So for certain people,
I
would
wonder if Reels has started to deteriorate that aspect of you.
say, no. And I'll tell you why. Some people it does, and I think it works when they're younger. But someone like me, what makes my attention span the way it is not going to be subjected by constantly having new content. Because if a reel is too short, I get pissed off. Because sometimes, like, part 2. And I'm like, I don't want to go watch your damn part 2. Just make it one video. And if the reel isn't interesting, like there was a reel the other day. I was watching it. It was interesting. I was like, okay, when's the punchline? Where's the punchline? And the video ended, and I'm like, that was terrible. You wasted 3 minutes of my life, and that was terrible.
3 minutes? How goddamn long are these things that you're watching?
They can be up to 3 minutes.
I have their 30 seconds.
They haven't been 30 seconds in like 2 years.
Oh.
They're making them longer. They're getting into long-form content. Long-form vertical content, which is shit, but, that's whatever. Anyways, and it... So I could see how some people manipulate, but my thing is, I could sit down and watch an hour-long live stream like nothing. Mm-hmm. I also will sit on my phone at the same time, because, it's not interesting the entire 1 hour. Mm-hmm. Or I'll have it on the background and do something. I can focus on something for more than 2 seconds. It's not like some people who they couldn't do that. They couldn't watch a 10-minute video. They couldn't watch a 30-minute video. I like 30-minute videos. I like 30, 40-minute long videos. I enjoy that. Some people don't. And so Reels have not dampened my attention span at all. Because some people aren't, because most people aren't conscious of it. I've been forced to be conscious of my focusing since I was in 3rd grade. When they're like, yeah, we need to work on fixing your ADD. So most people aren't self-aware of it. I am forced to be self-aware. And not anymore. I'm just better about it. But it's like... The main issue is I'll get like a message, and muscle memory will cause me to go open so, like, muscle memory causes me to... I'll open YouTube Studio. I'll scroll through, look at views, look at subs, go to the podcast channel, scroll through that, look at views, close that, open Instagram, go through, watch stories, and then I don't even think about it. It literally just happens. I'll hit the magnifying glass that goes to the Discover page to go look at stuff to watch, And the next thing I know, I'm scrolling aimlessly. I don't even notice it.
Mm.
And I'm
I'm
like,
a
holy
condition.
crap. Huh?
Go on.
So someone would be like, hey, I need you to look at something. I'll go to look something up, or I'll go to answer a snap, or go to answer a text. And the next thing I know, I've burned 15 minutes on Instagram. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck just happened?
Mm-hmm.
I've
It's a
noticed that
trap.
happening recently. But that happened in college too.
Yeah, it's a trap.
And part of the problem is, it is that dopamine thing, because it's like whatever I'm working on at the
Mm-hmm.
moment isn't providing me with that.
Short instant burst of short-term gratification.
Right, and whatever I'm working on at the moment isn't doing that. Because the real issue with writing is I do actually get gratification from writing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just harder than scrolling to get that. I get
Mm-hmm.
more of it from writing,
But
but
yeah,
it's
it's something you
easier.
have to work for, so it's more impactful.
But it's easier to get it from Instagram.
Absolutely. That's why it's called short-term, because it's instant and then it goes away. Which is why you needed that quick hit. You needed another hit essentially. It's like a drug.
It is
You need another
exactly
hit.
a drug.
What?
Thing is, though, I don't get that from. But see, it's weird, right? I don't
Is
understand how
it?
people get
Because
that
you still
from.
get withdrawal symptoms.
So,
It is
but,
absolutely like a drug.
but what I don't understand. No, I get withdrawal from YouTube. I'll go. I literally went an
Oh,
entire
really?
day today. To like
I want you
today,
to go an entire week without going on Instagram and tell me you don't get withdrawal.
Instagram, no. Because I went the entire day without looking at Instagram today. Because we're so goddamn busy. But,
Could you go a week though?
but yes.
All right. Challenge accepted then. Right? 1 week.
Okay.
Next podcast. We'll reconvene. You cannot go on Instagram at all.
Can I check at
Tuesday
least
through
other
Sunday.
people's posts?
What?
Can I check other people's posts at least?
No Instagram. Nothing.
I can't check my friends' posts.
Nope.
I can't even check if they send me something. I just ignore them for a week. That's kind of a dick move.
Hey, you said you could. You said you could do it.
Right. I can go without scrolling aimlessly through it, but these are people that I care about and that I like to see what they're doing in their lives.
See,
That's why that's
that's
how I
another
end up on
problem.
Instagram in the first place. Is I go on,
That,
I check to see what people are doing. I'm like, okay, cool, they're doing that. And then I hit the stupid magnifying glass. I can go a week without hitting the damn magnifying glass. That should be the challenge. Not, looking at people's stuff
see,
and
here's the
liking.
deal. See, the part that you described is exactly why I don't go on Instagram because I don't care to see how other people are spending their free time because I'm wasting my free time seeing what other people are doing in their free time. I try to enjoy my free time how I want.
That is how I enjoy
I
it.
don't I don't want to waste my free time seeing what other people are doing for their free time.
See, here's what I have to. This is. People get pissed off at me for this. So, I come off as nosy. And it's not that I actually care what's going on, it's that I like information. And if I can't get it somewhere else, I want to hear what other people are doing. Whether I actually, so like, this is in high school. Somebody would tell somebody a secret, and I'm like, why can't I know the secret? I'm not even involved. I don't even care. And they're like, no, I'm not going to tell you. And I'm like, I looked at them and I tell them, look, I legitimately do not care. I will probably forget tomorrow that you ever told me anything. So you telling me it's going to, make me happy in that moment because like, whoa, I feel like I feel included. I feel like I'm learning something. And then my brain will be happy. It'll get its dopamine rush and then it'll dump it because it doesn't actually care. It just wanted the dopamine and it'll go on. It's like, cool, I feel included. Bye. It's the same reason why I couldn't sleep in as a child. I slept in the basement. And for whatever reason, it felt like I was being left out. And so I would wake up early before everybody else did. That way I didn't feel left out when everybody in the house came alive and started doing things. Even though, literally, all it was is just saying, oh, Mom got up, ate breakfast, and went back into the bedroom. That's it. That was enough. I don't know why. I've been like that my entire life that I can remember. I legitimately do not care. But I also want to know. I don't know why I want to know. I don't care, because I'll forget about it. But at the same time, it's like, I need to know. So, like, when I hear people talking about gossip, I want to know. I don't know why I want to know. I just want to know. I'll forget about it. I won't tell other people. You're the only person I'll tell anything like that. But that's because you're removed from, like, all of my circles. So
Absolutely.
So I can tell you whatever the hell I want. It has no effect or bearing on anything. So that's convenient. That's why I have to do YouTube.
Circle.
That's why I have to do YouTube. Is I also want to tell people information. I want to take it in and regurgitate it constantly. I blame school for that. School constantly gave us information and forced us to regurgitate it. And that's why I like YouTube so much. I like learning something and then regurgitating it back. I also just like the artistic aspect of making a nice video. And that gratification of, wow, I did that. Like the Ultron video. I know no one else seems to like it, but it's only got like 18 views or whatever. But, I put 6 hours of my life into that. For just editing. I put 12 hours of work into that video. Probably. Yeah, about 12 hours of work. Give or take a few hours. As for the microscope video, I probably put, well, if we don't include the money it cost me to make the video, it cost me 6 hours of my life, if that. It cost me half the amount of time. So there's that. I will take up the challenge, but as long as I can at least go and check what my friends are doing.
See, it's just so hard for me to trust. I don't know.
If you don't believe me,
I guess it's more or less like just an honesty thing.
Well, yeah. I mean, I could literally tell you, I'm not going to go on Instagram, and then.
Well, no, but I mean, like, I don't know.
If you want proof. All you'll have to do is look at my things I've sent to my friends.
What does your phone tell you hours spent on an app?
I think it's a bi-weekly basis though. Or something jank.
But see, my phone will tell me how much time I spent on every single app every single day.
That's because that's what they do. And
Well, yeah, that's what Apple does.
I mean, I've never.
Basically, what I'm looking for is that your time spent is like 5 minutes a day. Okay, that's all it should take, right?
It does tell me, but it doesn't tell me hours. It just tells me percentage of my battery.
Is there not a button to click on to change it to minutes? Because I know Apple can do that. It will tell you percentage as well as minutes.
Oh, okay. Here we go. The issue is it also has background.
Well, it close out of the app, though.
This also only breaks it down by since last full charge.
Oh, so it doesn't do what my phone does.
I guess I can do last 7 days. And it breaks it down by day.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, I want to see that your time spent is like less than like 10 minutes a day. That's all it should take, right?
Yes, as long as they don't send me something that's like, as long as they don't send me a bunch of stuff that's, long. So, yeah.
I don't get how you come across as naffs for not reading their posts.
Because I go from liking everything they send and watching it to gone.
Well, why do you like every single thing they send? You should just like the best things. That way they know when they send something good. Otherwise, it just kind of defeats the
Rooster does
purpose of the
that.
like button.
Rooster, I mean, they do that. I mean, truth be told, they do that for mine, but also, like, they do send only good stuff. Actually,
To me, it
no, I
defeats
take
the
that back. I don't
purpose.
like everything AK sends.
That's one person though. It defeats the purpose because to me, the like button should mean something. Like when someone gives you a like, it's like, oh crap, I did. Apparently, they were impressed by that. Whatever it was, I said,
It's
or
also a way of showing
showed
them that I
them.
actually watched what they sent.
It was impressive, and to me, that is more meaningful than just liking every single thing they send. Because then it's like, well, then it's just like nothing really stands out.
Okay. But also, Rooster doesn't send something that isn't good. He's been doing this longer than I have, and he has much higher standards than I do. Because I send everything.
Well, like I said, though, you could still just become more critical of what he sends and just like the stuff that's like absolutely 10 out of 10. Because
I
maybe there's something like
like
9 out of 10.
he
Something
he
that's
sends
9
like
out of 10.
1 or 2 posts a week at the most sometimes. So what he sends is good. Period.
But is every single thing worth liking? There's nothing that's just boring, just like, okay, whatever.
Unless I've already seen it, which is very rare, no. Like AK, yeah, I won't like all of his stuff because he sends boring stuff sometimes.
I don't know who those people are. AK?
I can't say their names, so. The German? AK's the German?
No idea.
Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. Point is, I can go a week without Instagram. I've gone 3 days without it. No problems whatsoever. I didn't miss Instagram at all when I was in that chamber.
So let me ask you something then. On your phone right now, what is your average time spent on Instagram?
Well, this weekend was really bad because I
Say the number.
I don't know. God damn it! I
I'm
opened the wrong
curious.
thing. I have no idea for this weekend.
You said
was,
it told you last 7 days.
yeah, this weekend was really bad.
Let's hear it.
Well, I gotta dig because it wasn't just. God damn it! Wait, what is this? So today, for Instagram, I only spent 27 minutes.
Okay.
We skipped to
Last week's average.
we skipped to Friday. Last Friday I did an hour and 11.
Okay.
Last Thursday was hour 21. I think this is last Wednesday, 51 minutes. And Tuesday, hour 24.
I want to hear Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday was 2 hours, 54 minutes. Sunday was 2 hours, 20 minutes.
So how would you spend those 2.5 hours on the weekend? 'Cause I think that's where it's going to get you. The weeks are manageable, right? The weeks you could easily find something to keep you occupied. It's the weekends that I think will get you.
No, because so a lot of that is actually what happens is I was getting up early, not intentionally, just I had to pee, or I got woken up from a dream, or I dazed out of a dream, and then a thought popped in my head and I couldn't fall back to sleep. One of those, like 3 or 4 options. And then I can't sleep. And I sit there for a little bit and I contemplate, what do I do? And it's like, I don't have enough energy to go and start just getting ready for the day. So I grab my phone and I sit there on Instagram for, could be an hour. It's like I have I just don't want to get up. I don't want to turn on the freaking light and get blinded. It's just, I just don't want to go through that. So I
Well,
sit
that's the
there.
other thing, because even if you do avoid Instagram, I feel like you'll just resort all your time then to YouTube.
Not necessarily. I was trying to take a dump. Was that
So what would you
earlier?
actually?
At some
So
point.
what would you actually do? Because not what you would want to do, but what would you do though?
I don't know. Read email. I don't know. Scroll through emails. Scroll through Twitter. I hate Twitter, but I'll scroll through it. I hate
That's
Facebook,
my
but I'll
point, though.
scroll through
You're
it.
gonna resort to something else to keep
Yeah.
your mind off of it for a week.
Scroll through Hinge. Of course, Hinge doesn't take very long. Neither does Tinder or Bumble.
You're avoiding one addiction by feeding it with another.
Oh, those aren't. Those are just pain. Well, I can't sit there and write on the crapper. The crapper
Well,
is time
you
I'm not getting back. I actually do kind of
back
need.
in the day, people used to just sit there, do their business, and leave.
Yeah, but see, I also need constant information coming in. So it's either that or I'll read. It's actually kind of difficult for me to take a crap without some sort of stimulus. It's bad. Sometimes I can
Yeah,
do it.
you've let yourself get to that point.
Sometimes I actually need to just turn it off so I can crap. Other times, I literally cannot pee or crap without it because it's like
You can't pee. How?
I'm kind of teetering on the edge of actually needing to go, and so I get something that takes my mind off of it, and then I'm able to relax and go. I use it to
I think you
pee
have.
all the time.
I think you have an addiction.
I do it so I can pee a lot
You
at
know what we
work.
need to do? We need to do another no Wi-Fi thing.
The thing is, it's not hard to just stop. I can do it. I've done it before, and I'll do it again. It's not difficult. It's not. People act like it's the end of the world. It's not. It's not difficult just to not do it.
Well, I'm just curious how you're going to feed your addiction.
Not. If I were actually addicted, I wouldn't do anything at all. I wouldn't even do this podcast. I wouldn't even watch any YouTube. I would literally spend every waking moment doing something else. I would be on.
No, that's not what addiction is. People who are addicted to smoke don't smoke every hour of the day. They have smoke breaks. You have Instagram breaks.
I'm not that. Yes, I'm bad. But it's also to your outside observer that you don't do any that because you don't do anything at all.
Yeah. I have
Look,
I've
I've
tried
quit
to
it before,
minimize
and
my
I could do it
addiction.
again. It's not. It literally there isn't any. There's no withdrawal whatsoever. It's just okay. I don't do it, and I don't do it. Go a whole
So
week.
what would you do instead? So that's the thing, though. You have to feed your addiction with something.
I would like to thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. New podcast every Friday, 12 p.m. Central Time, and good night.